teepee for our anniversary. But to hop on really quick just to get like some fresh review ideas, because it'll probably be a little bit once we make it home to relax and edit, and we'll probably do maybe a setup in our house and videotape like review or whatever information that we wanted to share about our trip.
Yeah.
But I was like, hey, I could just pop this on. We can do some raw footage, B-roll footage of as we're kind of driving out, and just give some of our honest feedback.
Yeah.
Is your thought on the teepee that we stayed in?
What are my thoughts on it?
Mm-hmm.
It was a cool little stay. It's very minimal. I can tell you that much.
Mm-hmm.
You get just the beds, somewhat of a couch. Was it Chase Lounge type of style?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you get like a toaster oven. And
no microwave, because they said the it takes too much. I don't know. It just kind of kicks off, I guess, their electricity, so they don't really allow that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So they had the toaster oven, a small fridge, a mini fridge.
What was that hot plate skillet thing?
Two hot plate skillet that you can use, and then they provided like cooking utensils, dishes.
Yeah, typical stuff.
Yeah, typical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to provide like your own like paper towels, of course, food.
Mm-hmm.
They suggested that you bring a cooler.
Yes.
That way, because it's a mini fridge, and if you overpack it, we found, because we had like froze our drinks knowing that we were coming, and it kept it pretty good. I'm glad that we froze them, because it did that part. I felt kept it more chill.
Yeah.
It really wasn't that cold of a refrigerator, but
yeah, if you put too much stuff in it, it would. They did say it wouldn't cool as well.
Yeah.
Too much in there.
Yeah.
Which I didn't feel we have that much, but it still didn't feel like
it didn't cool. Yeah, it didn't cool it down. I really think we put a little ice in our ice chest, and we froze our drinks before we came and had them in the ice chest. I think that kept it more than that fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But other than that, outside of it, they had a lot of seating. Like, you seat up to 6 people outside, which is the, I guess, minimal you can have in that teepee.
Yes.
And the seats were comfortable, and they have like 2 different grills for you. You got a fire pit. Ooh, all right. They have a fire pit, and they did have a little grill on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you could do a charcoal grill or wood. They sold firewood. You could purchase it like on their website, and they'll just have it at your teepee when you got there or whenever. And then they also had, which we didn't take advantage of, because the night that we wanted to do it, it ended up storming.
Yes.
So we wanted to do the s'more thing on the fire pit, but we didn't end up doing that. But overall, like our outside little area, everyone gets like their own little outside space. It was really cool, really spacious if you did have 6 people. So I guess they were thinking, because it was like 2 queen beds and then that couch that had like 2 ottomans connected to it.
Yeah.
So they were thinking like 6 people could be in there, and I'll have footage here on what that room looked like. Okay, we just arrived at our teepee. We have our own fire pit and grill area. And so it's gonna punch in our code. Yeah.
Trying to see where the lights are at. What's that light? There it is.
Ooh. Some little kitchenette area. in the room, they did have like an air conditioning and heating unit. It was really cool when we got in there. On days that it was like really hot, like it got really hot, the room stayed really cool. Yes. And I think it was a teepee, which had the teepee fabric on the outside, but inside like they had all this insulation, so yes. It is insulated really well. I'm wondering what it will be like in the cold, like the cold weather. I think
that's an interesting thing. I wonder what it would be like in the cold weather. I mean, it had a heater too, the AC and the heater, so I'm assuming it might do the same thing.
Yes, it is 8 teepees on the ground. Like I said, they're right. I'll show pictures and video. They are like kind of built in a circle around, and like I said, everybody has like a semicircle. Everybody has their own picnic area, like a picnic table, like I said, the fire pit and the grill, and also what else did they have? The 6 chairs, the different little chairs they had was really cool. And then the one thing that was different though was like the teepee does not have a restroom. What they have is 2 sets of 4 restrooms, so you have your own private restroom. Okay, so you just walk a short distance from our teepee over there, and you come to our bathroom. It's number 1, just like our teepee is number 1. So it's the same code. Has a mirror. Has a nice size shower. Hooks for your towels. Clean. Plenty of towels in the cabinets. Cute little sign. Yeah. So the teepee can hold up to 6 because it has 2 beds and then the sofa bed with a couch.
With that heater down there.
Okay, a little heater because it's really cool in here.
Yes, it's cool.
It feels like it's filtered better than the actual teepee. Honestly, the air.
Yeah.
Because the teepee is cool, but it's a little stuffy. I don't know if they had just cut on the air before we got in there.
Maybe. Yeah, air dryer.
Hair dryer. Nothing down there. Fresh toilet. It's really good, and it's not too far from the teepee. So I thought it was gonna be. I was hoping it wasn't too far when we walk over here.
No teepee?
Yeah. So we're about to go to the river.
To the river. Yes.
To the river.
We go.
Yeah.
To see the river.
So no glass. Oh, they have, that's cute. They have the little bags that you can take with you on your trail to where you don't have to worry about making it down this trail, y'all. Now, this is, I said, this is glamping. We're gonna see, because your girl. Okay. I'm trying. This is as close as I'm gonna get to camping because I'm not doing the tent. So we did the teepee. They also have cabins over here. I would do a cabin. I still think this is like really good for, like, I don't know how people be out here like weeks and weeks. It's like a couple of days. I'm trying to look around, make sure nothing is on the trail that shouldn't be on the trail. Yeah, it makes it clear so we know where our trail is, but then we're also not on anybody's property or messing with anybody else's stuff. So y'all know I'm gonna get some cute pictures. Insert here. That's really cool. Yeah, this is. That's why they did the trail.
during the summer, though, these times when people are renting stuff out, like you people randomly walking behind their stuff.
I don't know. I think. I mean, this is what the sign said, right? This is what the sign said, right? Okay. Babe, I mean, it's starting to get a little steep.
Well, I'm not gonna put the phone down.
Never. No, sir.
Want me to hold it for you?
Once I got your hand, I'm good.
Parking boundary.
Oh, okay. Thank you for respecting the neighbors.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we definitely don't.
So if we didn't say already, I'll probably have a video in front of this video. But we're here because it is our 7th year anniversary.
Yeah,
Completion. And we're about to start our new beginning, 8 years. Going into our 8th year of marriage.
I mean, if you don't have a handle, so.
Okay. Doing something new by being out here. This is more size speed. I'm more the glam girl. But I don't mind a little adventure.
It's a little bench.
Oh, nice. Oh, baby, that reminds me, look. Like how the Bible said, like everybody got a rock and put it in the river. Yeah, as a member. Yeah.
Right.
Just remembering.
Mm-hmm.
Remembering what God has done.
Up here.
Yeah, so it's pretty low down here, which is good because I cannot swim.
Yeah.
So I can swim though. So
It is like almost this high.
yeah, it probably does get all the way up here.
Yeah, it seems super high. There's not much movement down here.
Yeah.
Definitely stepping around.
Yeah. It's cool. I like it down here though.
Yeah. I wonder what the kayaking stuff is. I know they said they had.
Yeah, you can rent kayaks and you can rent tubes.
Yeah, tubes.
Formal check-in with anybody. You didn't get a key or anything. You had to. They gave you a code through email once you pay for your reservation, and they gave you all the instructions on there, which I thought was really helpful. A lot of things to kind of give you heads up on. So things like I knew that we weren't gonna have a microwave, all of that. So I think they were really good on informing you about that, because while Sai is more adventurous and down for roughing it, no, not I. So it was really good to know ahead of time, like, hey, this is what we're going to experience type thing. So that was really cool. Yeah, so that was like really cool. And the pathway, which we have footage of going to the river, was really well like gated. It was no way for us to be like, oh well, where do we go? Because there is private property, other private property and homes around us the way it is. So your access to the river, I really felt that was really well done for us to get to it. Yeah. Now, if you have any like disabilities or anything like that, like it's no access like that. Like it's not paved in that way, like to go down to the river. It has steps.
Yeah, so
some parts were like really what do you call it, babe? Like inclined.
Yes.
So coming back up, you know, it was a little bit.
Yeah, it requires a lot of physical. Not a lot.
Yeah.
It does require some physical. You gotta just be able to be fully functional, pretty much.
Yeah, I just say that just in case you have a family member or considering someone, so someone like in a wheelchair or a walker or anything like that.
Yeah, you might want to go
wouldn't be
to
able to
another
get down
part
to
of the river to see if they have that kind of access. Because this one, you got access to the river, but just not for anybody with any physical disability.
I think somewhere it was like mid-range for me as far as like, I think the uniqueness, it's worth, you know, like being like, oh, I stayed in a teepee, and it was just kind of like in the middle for me as far as like it wasn't glam, but it wasn't like roughing it either. So for me, maybe how, again, ask me, I'm more glam, how I would have designed it, some of the like pillow, and now and that's something too that I can bring up. So when we remember when we tested out, like, one of the beds definitely you would probably use for your children. And these roads are narrow, y'all. Yeah. Like size, like navigate. So if you see his face, kind of
super serious right now.
Yeah, he's trying to stay focused.
Keep us alive.
Keep us alive. Keep us alive, man. Keep us alive. But the beds, like the bed that we mainly like slept in was like really nice, very comfortable. The other one, you could tell the mattress was a little different. It was you could tell the mattress was a little bit cheaper. And then of course, like, to me, comfortably saying 6. Now if you have young kids that don't mind, but that it wasn't even like a full-on futon. It was more like, they said a sofa couch, but it was kind of like that fake leatherette.
Yeah, because you sitting there, you kind of dip down into
you could feel like when we were sitting in it, because we like that was the other thing, they did have like a DVD player, so me and Si found a Walmart and took it old school and went and grabbed like from the like $3 and $5 bin and got like some B movies or whatever like that. So when we sat there, the TV's kind of small. Like, they do need to upgrade, but also considering that it's by the river and that most people are coming out to be more outdoors, like, it's not
something they expect to be. They don't really want you to use media like that, but they do have it available for you to do. They got
Wi-Fi was great. It wasn't spotty or anything, even being out here. But yeah, so again, that it's like of two mindsets, and it was, you know, good because, like I said, Si's more adventurous. He's used to like camping, so for him, like a tent. So all of these things were definite upgrades from just being in a tent. For me, I'm used to like 4-star hotel, so coming from a 4-star hotel perspective to the TPs, it's like it's lacking. But like, it's keeping that in mind, like, hey, we wanted the river, we wanted the views, we knew this trip for our 7th year wedding anniversary, we just wanted to like rest and relax. Like, we didn't really want like heavy activity, doing a lot. So I mean, it worked for what it was, but for me, it was just certain things that I do like from 4-star hotels that, I'm like, like, so for me, like, I love like white bedding because it's clear to see what's clean and what's not. And they kind of had this, like, it was like this, I'll show, I don't know if I took pictures, but I should have video when we did the thing, to be able to see. It was kind of like, to me, it's like let's go authentic. I think like going with like white sheets, white pillows, and like an authentic like woven blanket maybe at the end for a pop of color would have been nice. It would have been easier for them to maintain as a facility, but they kind of had like this it was kind of like this Aztec type looking thing, but it came off like very Walmart bed in a bag type thing. It didn't come off authentic or whatever like that. So, and then like the pillows had like the solid color, like a maroon one, and like on a few of the pillows, because they were, you know, like they were a darker color, you can see where someone has slobbered. They washed it, maybe, like, but those kind of things are kind of like cringy to me. It's like, if this was white, then you can, like, there's just a different level of like sanitation that you can do with white sheets. Like, you can bleach them, they can take really high heat, all of that you can't really do with those other things, like like colorful sheets and stuff like that. So that was like one thing. And then the other thing, because it was a wall unit, it took a while. Now I ain't bougie like that, because I grew up with wall units. We didn't have central air and heat in my house, but it was like, side kind of got stuffy. And I think some of that is because they didn't clean out those filters. That you could clearly see, like, the filters in the wall unit wasn't clean. And I don't know, just like wall unit air is a different type of air. So there were times where, while it stayed cool in the room, at times it felt like a little stuffy. Yeah. And it was just nicer outside. So it was like really, really hot the first day. And then, like I said, we had that storm, and it cooled down. Like, it went from like over 100 degrees to like 60 degrees. So it was like really cool that night. Needed to pull out the space heater, because it's like, man, it's so cold in here, and if you're taking a shower, like, but I mean, everything was like clean, nice, just towel work, simple, which I think always works. That's, I mean, when you go to like high-end hotels, that's what works. It's like, just keep it simple, not a lot of they just use the tile. So to me, in my mind, not only the look of it, but sanitation, like cleaning wise, like, okay, this is the simplest to like make sure it's clean. They even had a tag on the on the toilet to let us know like nobody had used it, because you had to break the seal basically. So toilet, everything was like fine in there. It was simple, nothing fancy or anything, but they provided the towels. We had to bring our soap, we had to bring everything, toothpaste, toothbrush, but again, they let us know in the instructions, so that was cool.
At least you know excuse for not to know what you're getting yourself into, pretty much. Yes.
And then around the area, we were kind of on, realizing like once we drove it, we were on the far end of the river, the Guadalupe River. So every time that we went out somewhere, there was like two ways that you could go. But to go into New Braunfels, like their little downtown Main Street area, which is so cute, which is like grown from when we went.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, so me and Si were reminiscing, because they have like this courthouse, and when we were first looking for places to get married, we was like, oh, what if we do like a really cute courthouse wedding with a trolley type thing. So that was one of the courthouses that we looked at, and it's grown, like their square has grown so much, like a lot of cute shops. They have like a theater that they've like what do you call it, babe? Like they repaired,
what is it called?
Renovated, yeah, because it was in the 1940s when they had it, and then they went ahead and renovated it. So we were walking along there, which I'll put in pictures. So we're downtown New Braunfels. We just came out of the theater, decided to do a spontaneous show. It was really good. And we kind of walked around a lot of different little shops and stuff, of course, down here. A lot of different little shops. So it's really cool. We have to come back down here. It's only, what, 30, 45 minutes away, babe?
30 minutes.
30 minutes from San Antonio, so it's quite a bit. Down here, it's grown so much since the last time we've come, so.
So was it made back in 1942?
Oh, where you see that at?
She told us. You went down there? She told us.
Went ahead, they had like Cinderella, a dance group, had put on the Cinderella play, and it was like literally, it was like, oh, it starts at 2, and it was like 1:55. We was like,
Yeah.
okay, let's just go. And we went, and it was really good.
That was painting all this stuff. Painted these other ones too.
I wonder.
It almost looks almost the same style.
So here you're gonna find like a lot of German stuff. It's an old German town, so. Everybody, for the most part, was like really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had one encounter,
Yeah.
which I was surprised because I mean it's no surprise we are black, so we know anytime we go to a small country town or a smaller town, even in San Antonio, we experience it. I've experienced it in New York, but especially in small towns where they're hanging a lot of flags. Sometimes you're like, is this the American flag? Is it the Texas flag? Is it the Confederate flag? Like, what we finna get? So we're always kind of like aware of our surroundings. But for the most part, like, we didn't have any, we didn't really have like anything being out. We didn't have anything out where anybody like made us feel a certain kind of way. Everybody was like super welcoming. We got quite a few looks sometimes when we were out. But we were aware that we were kind of like it was just a sprinkle of black people. And then when we went to the farmers market, it was really cool because there were a few different like black owned businesses, and immediately we were like, okay, we're going to support you. And that stuff was really good though, so we'll probably talk about that in another video.
This time where she's gone, wonder if she's gone to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away.
Yeah, so that was no real thing. Now, like our last night, we did have an encounter. Like I said, from the TP, you have a short walk to your restrooms, and like within our 4-hut restroom thing, me and Sai were walking because we had just made it back from, I can't remember what, maybe the farmer's market.
It was the farmer's market then.
And was like, oh, let's use the restroom real quick before we had went and put something in the TP. And from our TP, you could see the restroom. So there was a woman there that was clearly like a housekeeper or whatever, because she was cleaning one of the restrooms. So she saw us. And then, so me and Saul were walking towards the bathroom. At the same time, someone else from another TP, completely different TP, not even next to our TP, comes.
Opposite direction.
Yeah, they were TP4. So we were TP1, they were TP4. And he was walking towards the bathroom. And, like, the look on her face, I'm like, we're just, like, It was
Just
almost
going to
like
the
we were lions. And she was like, we're coming to get you. But we were just like walking towards the restroom, and she was like, can I help you? Can I help you? And she's like looking at us and then the guy, and I was like,
Yeah,
no,
she was
like I didn't ask
wait,
you for
wait,
anything.
can
What
I
do you
help
mean?
She said, wait.
Yeah, she was like, wait. And
was
she
like-
was like, are you staying on this property or what? I'm like, yes. Like, we were walking towards the bathroom. And she was like, well, y'all can't use the same bathroom. Because it was another black guy. But he was completely going to another restroom. We were like, okay,
Yeah,
lady.
right.
Like, nobody's using it. Clearly he has. And clearly we have a code. Like, you can't go to the restroom without a code. And then she was just like... I'm just so confused. We just got a lot of people like
checking in and
checking out, and it was like we were just like, okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, not gonna get in my feelings about this, but yeah, so we were just like, all right. And then our DVD, we had one, and like I said, bought the DVDs, and it wasn't working. Our DVD player wasn't working, so I'm like, oh man, like what are we gonna have to deal with? Somebody coming in here or whatever.
Yeah.
But the guy, although he had like the long beard, he looked like
what you would think that somebody that wouldn't possibly look at us equally.
Right, yeah.
It
like
was the
look at us
complete
equally.
opposite.
Yeah. It looked like he was the type to have like the big truck with the like Confederate flag on the back or something like that. But he was like really
super
nice. He was super nice
so
about
good.
the situation, and he tried to get us like another TV, but that was broken. Like so just through the course of us trying to get all of that together.
He really tried to accommodate us the best way
Yes.
he could.
And it was like, it kind of, I'm like, it's saved, because in my mind, I'm like, because of course we don't, like I said, we don't do a formal check-in, we don't meet the owners. So that would be like one thing that I would say is like, hey, like, because you don't meet the owners, because you don't meet the staff, the only people that you will come in contact with is like maintenance staff and the housekeeper.
Yeah.
And through the experience with him, it was like, oh, okay, cool. Like,
Yeah.
that would be like, okay, cool with coming back. But with her, it was kind of like, if that was the last person that we interacted with, it really put a bad taste in my mouth.
In a quarter mile,
because it was just
continue
like,
onto East Klingman Street.
oh, I think that's our thing. But
Yeah.
it was really like, child,
Yeah.
like, girl, like, I didn't ask you for any help. So, yeah. And again, some people won't get it. Some people won't understand. But if you are probably been anyone of color and someone asks you, like, even when you're in a store, if they can help you, sometimes it's not really for help. And if you haven't asked for help, it's really to be like, why are you here?
Exactly.
And confirm.
That's
And it's
you
like, I shouldn't have to confirm.
Feel like, do you belong here?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
wait, what are y'all doing? Two different black people? Like, how can
In a
y'all
quarter
afford to be
mile,
out
turn
here?
left onto North Union Avenue.
Pretty much.
It was kind of like, okay. But overall review, babe.
Overall, it was a decent stay. It was a decent stay. We got to relax. Nobody was really loud. Neighbors were really good. Even with the people, like a lot of people going in and out. Yeah, ultimately though, it was a comfortable stay. Like if we did it again, we definitely do it more so with a bigger family, and you can tell it's made for like the family time. I mean, you're going to go on the river pretty much, so
Yeah.
it's like
Take the next left onto North Union Avenue.
Minimal things, because like it's gonna be people coming in and out, or like they might come in there wet. Like, so to get something super expensive will probably be like, well, if they mess it up, then we gotta go back and
the maintenance on it. Yeah.
Continue
So, like,
on
I
North
get it.
Union Avenue for 3/4 of a mile.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I think that was the other thing. So it was 8 TPs, and then there was one house that actually set up. It kind of like set up on like how it is like in like at beaches and stuff where you can park under it.
Yeah.
So that house, I forgot. I looked it up on the website, but I can't remember
That
right
house
now.
it has everything accommodated in it. You get your kitchen set in there. You get your the bathroom comes in
The
there.
bathroom's in
The
it.
only thing you don't get is an outside fire pit.
You do
stuff.
get a grill though. I did see, and it's like sitting up, so it has like the little balcony deck area and all that stuff. But you do not get
the fire pit experience.
Yeah. But so that could be a thing. Like if you could rent a few teepees and maybe the main house or whatever. If you have like a big group, or you could rent out like the whole, like all 8 teepees in the house. I think that would be really cool for like a small group or you know, marriage ministry if y'all want to do something. No, but I think that it was fun. It was, I think, the appeal of doing it once. Like at the end, all the videos or stuff that they sent out, they were always like, yeah, call us for a discount, return a discount, because I think it may be difficult after you've done it once, the appeal to like
try to do it again,
try to get people to come back again. I would probably want to try like another place or something different.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto East San Antonio Street.
Yeah, so I for me, I did like it. My thought was to do like maybe like Canyon Lake in Austin with like a 4-star hotel. But what I did like by being out here, it slowed down our pace. Hey guys, so sorry about that. The angle that the sun was hitting in our car, it had started overheating my phone. So I wanted that to cool down, but I just wanted to add at the end some of the footage that we got when we were out there. Like I said, I enjoyed it. It was a unique stay. I really liked the fact that it slowed down our pace and just those amazing mornings where we could sit out in front of our teepee and have Bible study together, read the Bible, slow down, and just overall being able to go into like their small town square and shop and walk and slow down our pace. We found this amazing restaurant online through recommendations, and it was called Silver Spoon. And at Silver Spoon, what happens is it's a dinner and a play at the end. So all the courses of the dinner are kind of themed like a play. Everything was good. Like everything was good. Sai doesn't like sweet potatoes, so he didn't like his bis, but it was still good. That was just not his flavor profile. But when I say everything was so tasty, like I will definitely be back at this restaurant. And the play at the end was really good too. So I really, really enjoyed like the uniqueness of our stay. I would probably go back with a group. Our actual anniversary was on a Monday, so we went to Eddie V's in Austin before, so we wanted to try the one in San Antonio. Loved it. Great. We really enjoyed it. So thank y'all for sticking with us, and I love you. God loves you. Have a blessed day.